So laning wise though, I can't imagine the Venomancer are doing really well, at least not in the early levels, just because against the melee hero, sure, but this is a tiny 81 base damage plus Budding Blades, so you're hitting for more than 100. Barter's sitting at almost pretty much half that, right? So you're not gonna have a fun time actually last hitting, and your harassment is not. As long as Jesse health pool up and running, yeah, absolutely. We'll have to see how the sign. What was this early smoke up here from NI? Find an angle. Go in, maybe another Monkey King if to be a little bit too aggressive. Does have the ward, so I'm assuming he's just walk up as quick as he can, plop down the ward out of back. Sit high ground here, so unless NIP take more convoluted path, they don't really have all that much time for. Really see them without the Shadow Shaman leading the job. For now, final tribe, I mean, they do run, they do send Xibber down to the bottom lane. What I was touching on. If you can find this matchup, the Xibber versus Bounty Hunter lane, and up against the Phantom Lancer, you're gonna come out ahead. So if anything, NIP will want to try and what exactly? Walks in. He went for the Invis level 1, not too common, but it certainly helps you secure this. Yeah, find out this information that you're looking for. You see the Monkey King courier running about. This side here, so Hans can effectively jungle here anymore.
30 seconds to battle.
They blocked that out. Ekbar 33. Just on the edge of the vision there. Quiet this. Let him know we see him. If you paid attention to the arrow, you might have seen him turn around, place down the wall. Putting up on the rune spot. Secure that one. Extra frost, actually not enough to secure, or a little bit too early to secure bounce rune up against PPV. So 3 for 1 exchange for NIP. Lead, and that is going to take some damage in. Does look like. Of course, they made the rotation a little bit late on this, but might be missing out on some experience here. Yeah, I mean, he have all the time in the world. UCS here and there, bit of a die. Era's coming in to at least get the experience from the range creep. Do a bit of damage to Ace actually, but do anything, but slight advantage just being able to push the creep wave under the tower like this. Make sure that they a much more favorable position for it. But hey, guess what? Immediately TP out that matchup against Bat. So the thing is, NIP pull the TP trigger first. Of course, naturally, Tribe can't just match that movement immediately, and that was going to be 1 TP ahead. Final Tribe, they want these musical lanes. 6 hits on any of these heroes. The only difference is that Era can actually TP up for seconds. Of course, will be alone for the moment, but as long as it stays into a 1v1, and PPD can't really help all that. I mean, he is a Winter Wyvern. Arctic Burn is nice and all, but not too threatening. That's also on a very cooldown. Also good, Vater. 9-0 to 11-4, so in mid we already see a bit of an advantage brewing. Because it's advantage, which is being offset now by the Venomancer picking up room. Curious to see what kind of build Vater goes for. If he goes for classic 2-2 and then max out the Plague Wards. To focus more on the Venomous scale. I'd imagine just the Plague Ward sooner rather than later. So even with high levels of Venomous scale, I'm not sure if you can wait to kill the Tiny. The worst comes to worst, you just TP out, right? Unless there's someone rotating in to cancel it. Really do the trick for you. But yeah, Hanskin, of course he can't jungle in the side jungle. More block now. Yeah, but he can still jungle in his own proper jungle. Does mean that he's not in a range to really help out Frost if necessary, or going for a gank or push or anything. But it also means that it's not really going to be slowed down, so it's basically a lot more efficiency coming out. That position is not. Era actually being caught out, slowed down. This might actually be the first blood here, a lot of damage being done, and indeed Ace. Aiming that for himself. Few too many heroes for a single line to deal with.
Structures are fortified.
Oh god. That's actually going in very deep, gets tossed back towards the Great Wave. I see he has no more region. Thing flying out on the courier, that's gonna be a sell. Kinda what you would expect here with a few levels coming in now. Shouldn't really be able to kill him. Or to kill the Tiny. As you overextends. Dodges things a little bit, but the more levels you get, of course, the more correct.
Invisibility.
Where last hit's a disadvantage doesn't or isn't really all that impactful anymore. Let's leave us with a 1v1 down bottom. 33, of course, he did pick himself up. Stick. Janata hits in well up top. Ah, to find Shackles again on the line. I still dodge there on Frost, but he's unable to really help out his friend.
All is as it should be.
Also one of these... one of the impacts of having a dedicated jungler like this. I mean, sure, you're gonna get a lot out of this, and a lot of free money, essentially, free experience taken away from it. But also means that your lanes Frost making the rotation at bottom now as he realizes, well, up top, a little bit too dangerous, line can't really help me. Enough for a little bit. It also means that you're not really, don't really have the ability to slow down Bounty Hunter. Worry Era also limited in his potential to stabilize the lane. It is that trade-off. Deal with it. Bottom line is Ace hasn't really been worried too much about the flank. It's all 28 and 15 to the 22 and 2 on Frost. Taking quite a bit of damage here as they're committing for Zilla. 1, 2, 3. Saxas shows up again with the Shackles. And yeah, I mean... 3 against 1, that's like, what, the third time? This time on an actual 3-position core rather than just a support, so that'll be helpful. Chessie, try to go for tossback, I think. A little bit too far away. Nice play. Denying the rune there to Chessie's bottle. These couple of kills, not what is really happening. As I say that though, Frost actually going ham, but it does find the Jingo Mastery, gets a nice boundless strike to heal him. Yeah, not much is happening. Everyone else kind of just farm away. It's going aggressively for kills. I mean, even NIP, these couple of kills that they got on top lane, again, just more or less defensively. Those were just a reaction to The Tribe's heroes overextend. Did allow them, or did its part to stabilize the top lane. It did its part to make sure that NMP could actually secure themselves a nice little 2k gold lead. It is back, and once again, Saxa with the shackles. He's not sitting in the fire. Ace is, but cares right now. Zipper dropping lower and lower and lower and too low. Didn't even need the Winter Wyvern this time around. PPD. Hanging around bottom, soaking some experience. Okay. Only level 5, so no track rotations just yet. For Enigma. Alright, they smoked up themselves, making a rotation, a wrap around towards the mid lane. Can't really help out, there's quite a few wards level 3 to go into, but now they have to reveal themselves. Mana. So off to the side, nice little drag back into the Hex, into Malefice. It should be dead Venomancer. Sooner or later, especially, yeah, of course, with the helm creep. Significantly.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's
Rotation,
top
NRP,
tower
not
is
quite
under
ready for
attack.
that angle. They go into the River of Death, but it's no escape from it.
Dire's structures are fortified.
You know, Enigma says, hey, alright, I've got my farm, I've got my helm. Let's try and leverage that situation. 33 goes in with Haste Rune, gets another nice little hit off on Chassis. More and more TPs into this mid lane. They want to keep these towers alive. The find the shackles of one tiny Chassis taking so much damage. He is trying to walk away. No more stick charges. Just use them, it's just not enough. Too slow. Not furious enough either, so. All of these lanes kind of, or certainly in the mid lane, easily repaired by 3.4k. 2.6k only of Chassis, so it's a huge victory there. Ace is getting all the farm in the world. Straight for the diffusal bait. 33. Level 6 now, so you're very happy to rotate around to create some chaos, which also means that your supports have a chance to take this experience bottom. Shadow Shaman level 6 gonna be coming in, gonna be coming in very soon. It's also gonna be coming in very handy to bring down. Question is, what does NRP do against? What does TFT do against?
Is under attack.
The lanes worked out quite as well as I would have hoped, so they have a lot of eggs in the Hanskin basket, but try and re-establish. Can still farm and play for later parts of the game. Okay, they just find the black hole on the Phantom Lance on the high ground. They have to follow from Era. Plenty of stuns between the three of them. That's one way to do it.
Radiant's middle tower
Oh yeah, they had the
is
ward
under
up there,
attack.
so they knew exactly what was going on. Ace pings it out. He did not expect it at all, and I wouldn't have either, honestly, but hey. Good call. Exactly what I was talking about. Yeah. Using that black hole, it's a long cooldown, but if you're not going to use it this early on, like, you can make all the arguments that you want about the threat of the black hole, but it doesn't really apply 10 minutes into the game. You'd rather use it to get a kill. It's certainly super important kill, like
Dire's top tower
high
is
time
under
that to
attack.
slow down his somewhat. Still more than halfway to the diffusal blade, so his damage output
Dire's
rising
top
soon.
tower has fallen.
But with this massive commitment here with Catapult, you want tower killed. And bottom, the Serpent Wards have been committed with their own Catapult, so they will be able to match this particular trade.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is
You
under
know,
attack.
Father, just doing Venomancer things, you know?
Dire's structures are
This is what you do. You know, spam wards until eventually your tower goes down. Then you move on to a different lane or to the jungle or whatever. He's going for it for the Atos as well, like so many. It's an offlane something to go for. Oh, nice little toss back. Who needs a blink dagger, he says. If I have the time, I'd bring it up to the high ground. Does get the ultimate off on 3 different heroes, but well, speaking of ultimates, Era built the first stack, but now he has a TP on out of there. At home.
Radiant are scanning.
One way to do it. I was talking about the pickup potential. Now it's if they can. It's a 33. There's no stump available for the Centaur, but Chessie with the rotation, Avalanche slowing him down. He is freaking fast, but fast enough. An IP for being a bit too far forward.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
This is what I call Final Drive leveraging their strengths, which is in the pick off Frost. Of course, you can still keep track of the real Phantom Lancer with true mastery. Frost wasn't never really gonna be much trouble there. They even get the tower denied mid.
Has been denied.
They were kind of low, PPD. I think it was really. I actually could have maybe gone for play with a stick and Winter Curse. Few of them, but a lot of Final Tribe heroes. Zibber, we did in just a little bit. It's really just a precautionary measure here in case they go on chassis. They don't really have turn. About 10 seconds only, but think of death either. Kind of moving like they want to smoke up. Have one available on there. Either, I mean, beat them to the punch. Leading the chat. Thanks, Zibby here. Maybe the Hex comes through. Ether Lens on Shadow Shaman, very useful indeed, but Stun comes through and Era offers himself up as a sacrifice here. The Winter's Curse keeps Batroid in place for a little while, so Ace make his way in with the Phantom Rush, very fast indeed, and Fusion Blade coming into action. A lot of damage to work with indeed. Kills now. EFT, they're hanging around inside the jungle, 33, keeping track of them. They do have the Shaman Ward, so they can make a play on this tower here. I'm sure you want to go in to defend this one. I mean, you can start farming some of these up, all your summons. As well as the... Oh, and Helm Creep, you don't want to give that up. Oh, 200 gold. Saxa got that up here. The Lancer comes in next. Will not stop, but Chesney with the follow-up avalanche. Vata gets a nice little ultimate off though, and a couple of heroes with the Atos trying to do as much damage as he can before he does fall to the flames. Hanskin will be the trading Zibber, probably has a TP back home. Meanwhile, okay, Frost and Hera work together. They catch Phantom Lancer. Now they're looking for more Saxa. The Hex here does have the Shackle, but of course it also disables himself. Not really all that helpful. Up against the Monkey King, who's quite fast enough, but he does have another change up available in a second. Want to dive the tower though, so let Saxa go. Bit of back and forth. Oh, took half damage. Cross the 0 line right there if you pay attention. Feelings well in favor of Final Drive actually. This is again in part 2 to the Enigma. Do get him after all. Frost in a bit of trouble now as he has to fight against Ace. I think it's a way out of this one here, certainly not in all the reinforcements. Really worse, certainly considering the chassis. Who's just trying to help. Just trying to secure the bounty, which he did, so hashtag space created, hashtag worth all these. 2 cores going down like this, just push. It is very back and forth. Fact remains, despite the deaths here from AC still hitting creeps like there's no tomorrow. Got a good number of kills to his own name right. This BL, the force to be reckoned with. They will need to spend things like Black Hole on him. Well, which again isn't easy to do considering that there's so many things that can stop it, and also not easy to do if you're just straight up dead. But actually turning this around on Hanskin, engaging into the Eidolons, that was done of course to cancel the Shackles earlier. Gonna live here? I mean, as it does to keep back on 33, just a bit of extra damage, and that'll be enough to find that track kill, but at what cost? And we'll lose Venmount. His Zibber had enough time to commit on him, but now more reinforcements. PPD slowing him down a little bit further. Nice little nuke, and the damage over time is enough. He earns, so double kill for 33. Both of those were track kills, so came out even. 1000 gold from that alone on him. blinked. Kind of expected Tiny to try and be a little bit more aggressive now. There goes. I mean, it's gonna have to be the name of the game for them still. Blink in, avatars, error is close by, or close enough. Dev.
Radiant's top tower
Black hole to
is
turn
under
around. Again,
attack.
black hole. As long as NIP is top of it, it should always be able to cancel it. Gonna be down to PBD mostly,
Radiant
but
structures
I've been
are
talking about that.
fortified.
Many things they split. They get rid of the high ground vision. They get the deny here. They can actually. So that's a second tower deny coming in the face of Shaman Wards too. So necessarily easy to pull off, but it's a lot of money that NIP was kind of pushing. Not so much on A's, of course, but the other heroes, Fata is kind of keeping up there, 6.5k net worth. Right, the track kills 33, not as farmed as you could expect from a 3-position bounty hunter at this point, and boards. Just connecting on a Monkey King, does get the ultimate off, but he's all alone. Frost needs some help, or does he? Well, does have the heals ready to go, but he needs someone to click to actually do that with. But for now, Mechanism, little check here with the Winter Skirts keeping him in place. But what the hell? PPD immediately dies to the Wukong's command. Just barely survived. That was close indeed. Mechanism, right place, right time. 2 kills. Shadow Shaman dies somewhere else entirely. Chessie, yeah. Blink combo, all that it takes. Tier 1 tower. Not a lot of health points left on this one. Good lift. Not sure if that toss would have been enough to do, unless Tiny wants to blink in for it. Big place. Actually, dying. Instead, they're grouping up. They were smoked. They're not. They don't have any smoke. Still invading into the Radiant side jungle. There's no vision available this far forward. Destroying the ward. This is high ground vision that we'll figure out. Well, I know exactly what's going on.
Radiant's bottom tower
They mirror the movement going up towards the Dicer jungle instead. A little bit more there. Does mean that they will give up this tier 2 and they're not quite in position
Radiant's bottom tower has
to actually
fallen.
trade for the tier 2 top, even though that's kind of low right now. Frost might be able to set over the edge unless there's a reaction with it. There is. Only Saxa for now.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's
Tower,
middle
nicely
tower
done.
has fallen.
Drive by from the Eidolons. Saxa revealing himself now, and
Radiant's
yeah.
middle
Exhibit.
tower is under attack.
Again, he doesn't have a blink, but he's super freaking fast. Easy
Dire's
kill
top tower
indeed
is under
into
attack.
a tier 2 tower, push
Radiant's
tier 3
middle
down
tower
bottom. Yeah,
is
something's
under
gonna be
attack.
absolutely fine. Oh, Hero's actually taking care of it. So NIP, they were in a position where they could have traded quite nicely if they only knew that Final Trial are committing so much
Radiant's
up
middle
the top
tower
lane.
is under attack.
They're only now coming back towards mid. I mean, Catapult is working away.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Do a significant amount of damage. But look at this. Final Trial actually dipping away at top, finally forcing side to come back.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Backs. They have dust available. There's entry near the shrine. There's a CP. Oh no! Jebaited! They got jebaited here. Define 33. And oh, Winter Skirts actually keeps him alive a little bit longer. Eidolons going back in. Frost with the zoning book of commands. Ace comes in, focuses on Chessie. Magnus keeps him alive for now, but so much damage being done. No more mana as Hanskin does find it, and they just have to leave Chessie behind. It was quite the odd fight. I mean, they were Ace canceling a TP in the last second. 33 actually threw the Shuri toss against the ball. Either way, it was not gonna catch anyone. of ultimates expended, mostly on the side of Final Tribe, of course. I mean, Black Cold, very long cooldown. Wukong's Command, it's a decent cooldown here, kind of not quite matching up with Winter's Curse. Question is, what can you do with this? Go for Roche. I mean, it's gonna take a while. You don't have minus ammo. Okay, you're also not gonna have 33, most likely. Frost starting to click away at it. There's a bit of a heal coming in from the Cold Embrace, but it's still burning inside the fire. Huh? Really feeling comfortable engaging into this as Father, Ace, everyone coming by as Frost will start dying off to the damage over time. They do get 33, but at what cost? Also gonna lose Patrol here. Zibba linking in to help make that work. He was the one who got lasted in to get himself away from there, thankfully.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
In rotation here towards this top shrine area. Final Tribe, but not quite ready to respond. Tier 2 going the way of an IP.
Top tower has fallen.
Again, Roche is not really easily on the card, even with 2 heroes on the sidelines. If you had the Serpent Wards though, you could commit them for that. But it's still not gonna be a quick Roche. Gotta worry about the Wukong's Command and going in on the heroes. On the flip side, I mean, not gonna be much easier for side of Final Tribe, honestly. For a while. We got 13, so closing in at that level 15 where I get the GPM. Which come in handy. I mean, that allows you to transition eventually Ags into the braving that right now, it's below 2k net worth. But hey, that's the life of a 6th position, right? Hanskin's being more of a 3 role here, this utility focused hero with nice little catch. The Sentry Ward. I mean, this is more of a this traditional aura carrier. Mac, you've got the Pipe of Insight that I was talking about. Going into the gap. He'll be able to keep people alive, maybe he goes into bats afterwards. Or bigger items, like Shiva's Guard could come in very, very handy, for example. Plenty of options for a hero like that. Hey, or maybe just go BKB and play around the first. Batroid, of course, went for the 4 staff.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
If anything, Zibber is more of a 4 position. Big problem is that Chessie is kind of starting to fall behind. He went for this Axe Saber now, only now going into the BKB. He's really struggling in the middle of these fights, like with slows from the Fusel Blade, all of this act damage being taken. Mention the Anomancer. Sarah. Not on high ground here. Vanskin does have the Black Hole available, but it's not gonna have mana for it. Winter's Curse gives him place for Ace to walk away at that. Hanskin down for the count first. In exchange for PPD, and now Frost taking over. He has his own BKB, and now they just need to isolate the real Phantom Lancer. Ace off to the side, tossing an illusion back over. Can't quite find him. But NIP don't quite find an angle in, and now into the lasso. Frost to click like he's never clicked before, but Ace is so freaking tanky with a freshly completed arm. He is still alive. Buybacks galore from both sides as now might see a Black Hole coming in just now. 1, 2, 3, 2 heroes. Ace off in the sides, very alone. As Chessie finds the punch. Frost will die in the end, but looks like they should be able to clean up a few more of these heroes. Fata, ooh, is it still alive? So freaking slow as PPD rejoining that party. Chessie, he's just taking out more damage over time. Random right clicks and the toss actually finishes up a double kill. He is still alive. He's punching hard even without the tree, but hard enough as it turns out. Fata, all the slows coming into, able to make his way away from Hanskin too. So this was looking for a second, like Final Tribe.
Radiant's middle tower is
We're
under
gonna
attack.
win that fight, but damn, Ace, 3,000 health points to chew through.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Took so long to even identify the real Phantom Lancer, and then it took them even longer to try and finish him off. So no Serpent Wards or anything, so just normal Venom Wards, but still chipping away at this tower because they realize, well, there's one that can stop us for now. advantage being gained here for NM. Only a 4k net worth. It's not insurmountable. It's good. Starting to see what's happening here. Frost pops the BKB, going on Fada. Meanwhile, Lasso at the same time over on the Winter Wyvern. This one is just available, but alright, this can't get that off. Fada surprisingly tanky himself, so Frost unwilling to chase. Goes around, comes around. Right back in that one. I feel like it did, yes it did. Minutes on the sideline. Minutes on cooldown. Same time as Hans.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Tier 2. In on Ace. There's no lasso available though. Could have been a big kill. I mean, lasso him as he TPs in. Everyone else was piling on. They did have the finger. They did have Frost and Chessie ready to go. Alas, no lasso, no chance for that. It's okay. Zipper cancels TP himself to realize, alright, can't go for the TP retreat. It's got to go in the old-fashioned way. Nickman caught inside the freaking Serpent Wands, and now Frost with the ultimate. They all have the Venom ult on them, but there's no more Venom to keep the fight going. Hans gets so freaking low, even with all of this. Okay, all of this region, all of this sustain just enough to keep him alive, even through that Venom ult. It is not lethal anymore. Damn, that was close. Get Fada. Be unable to get chase work the way they wanted. This game still 30 minutes in almost. Still on a Roshan still completely ignored by both teams again. Go for it, is it? Said there's vision is step higher side. If I wanted, try and make a play for it, and he would know about it. And very useful, of course. I mean, these Wookiee's command, as much as Ace is problematic for Final Tribe to deal with, Frost is also getting through. At least when he has his ultimate. Someone. Firefly not lasting long enough, they don't quite have the vision at night. But this is basically what the ideal fight would look like for Final. You catch someone important, probably the Winter Wyvern.
Go for me.
Catch the Wyvern. And then burst down PPD. And then you have a much easier time relying on the rest of your lockdown, right? Suddenly once Enigma finishes up that DKD, it's still gonna be a little while. Now this game is looking like it might be these late game scenarios. So instead is Blink Lasso onto PPD, Chessie's there. Follow up control if necessary, they don't even need the avalanche toss. Oh, Ace. Actually very far forward. Fada sucks all of them around, but Hanskin just goes straight for the black hole. Phantom Lancer, well, that'll cancelled now. Ace in the middle of the Wookiee's commando, in the middle of the avatar, they gotta get the Phantom Lancer. And now they're looking for more. Frost immediately charging forward, does not have Boundless Strike to cancel that TP though. Hey, well worth it. They committed a lot. They realized, wait a sec. An RP, they're out of position. There's a tiny opening. And they took it immediately. Again, no Winter's Curse makes it at least a little bit harder. Cancel Black Hole. They got a couple of stack, like 1 or 2 seconds. Most. But hey, that was enough for the rest of Final Tribe to catch up. The Wookiee's command started doing some damage. Chessie was in position. Follow up, burst. And now with Ace on the sidelines, they're going for Roche. Not the fastest Roche in the world, not by a long shot. It's fast enough. Tribe, back on the front foot here.
I am immortal.
Can keep finding these kind of fights. Take out the Winter's Curse. This big combo breaker, you know, the big reset button. Good one. Take that away, all of a sudden the rest of it is easier because what else is there for NIP? Sure, you can throw in the Venomancer and get a Gale, get an ultimate, but it's not gonna be effective till the fight goes long, right? And even then, Enigma live can delay that impact quite a while with the pipe, with the Guardian Greaves. Then what do you have? Single target lockdown. I mean, that's all you really have in a tanky. There's no Winter Wyvern. I don't try, but so much more room to maneuver and leverage their own lock. For that, Shackles, they're long range here. 4-star drums, but the nuke comes through from Sarx. He will pay with his life. I think that's a worthwhile trade. And oh god, the courier, no! TP is cancelled, follow-up hacks, so 33 is not gonna get away, even fuels up the Finger of Death just a little bit. Oh, it's been a while since we've seen it. I think that was a worthwhile trade. I think yeah, that was the Ogre Club from the Enigma, I do believe. 2.5 minutes until I get that. Should roughly coincide though with the rest of his BKB once he has them. Not the end of the world, but it will probably still mean Tribe will not go high ground until that is on. So, talking about what the ideal fight of Final Tribe looks like. Well, they've been executed a couple of times. For NIP though, I mean, basically just he's running in. He's tanky enough that he bursts down in within 1 or 2 seconds. So he needs to go in. Then TP is working on the blink bag. Once he gets that online, this kind of thing will be much easier. But basically, you're looking for the Winter Wyvern counter. Track everybody up. Try and focus down one target after the another, just on the back of the fan. So it becomes killable. Try now to help. Help up that in this room, and Frosty's just going right into the access to Winter Scars, actually initiating on the Batrotter, keeping him away. Frost, a lot of damage being done before he can get the ultimate off, but now the turn on, couple of heals here as they isolate 33. Heals from the Winter Wyvern as well, keep him safe. Now Hanskin on the high ground, but just working away at Fada. But he's still fine now. Ace going for the next target. Hanskin still sitting on top, trying to find the lasso on the real one. They have the Black Hole available to control him up further. Nothing there to cancel it, but they need some sort of damage dealer. That's Frost coming back from the Aegis, but Ace, well, urging off that one. Hanskin should end up dropping sooner or later. As Frost finally comes in, does have the Battle Fury, so he can start working away at these illusions, but Sarx are controlling him up for the time being. Era buying back, Chassis cancels that Shackle. Hanskin alive for so freaking long, as now Frost finally finds a couple of right clicks into this bundle of illusions. Ace, this round is Frost. He's actually taking quite a bit of damage from the mana burn. He's gonna lose his life. Ace, this time, he was able to kite them around for longer. He was able to stay alive. There was not enough focus fire during that black hole, during whatever lockdown they had for him. This Frost was busy elsewhere. He was busy respawning these 5 seconds from the Aegis.
Regeneration.
It's such a huge difference there. Chessie, I don't know what they would. Well, I mean, we're still hovering around this 1k mark in the growth department. Experience, still 10k in favor of TFT. Probability 60% for the Radiant still, so that is not a high number. More Iwi now picked up. Deleted Mjolnir. That was the best case scenario for NIP. These drawn-out fights that are all over the place. where Ace gets some room to maneuver, where he does not get focused down. So that's the thing, right? If Final Tribe, they need both. They need the lockdown, and they need the damage. Either Chassis or Frost, ideally both, to actually bring down the maps at this stage. If they don't have that, or if they don't have both of those together, then the thing is, if you start to think about high ground, it's a situation where it's way more likely for Final Tribe to be close by each other. You are fighting around choke points, so it's gonna be a lot harder to pull off that kind of a fight for NP when you try to take these up. It's gonna have to come down to either you go for some weird split push with the Shadow Shaman kind of dropping wards on a tower on a different side, or you just push S5, drop the wards, and then try and take a team fight around one area. Either way, like if you, unless you just die instantly, more or less, you're gonna do some, get some power damage done with the Flax and Winter's Curse on Enigma. That's a good target. If they can bring him down, doesn't think Army Greaves to try and turn us around, but the Hex to follow means that they have enough burst. No Hanskin for this fight. Frost, full position there for the Wukong's command. 33 is gonna be the trade. PPD also already bought back into this, but both teams just gonna say, hey, alright, what we came for. We repel each other. Winter's Curse means that he won't really be able to fight like that. Cooler and Ruffle going sides with actually being very bold right now. Because they also know, hey, there's no Wukong's command. Frost is actually not nearly as strong without that ultimate, so they drop the wards and work away at this tier 3 tower. They're gonna get that objective down. Bit of focus fire on the range racks. They might be able to take that one. It's okay to blink in, but didn't quite get Lasso off. Sibba, they'll stop. Only illusions on him. They want Billies. They don't just want the range, they also want the melees. NIP. Looks like they're gonna get their wish. Maybe not. Back to region actually taking back in a little while. A few more seconds for Enigma. Chessie goes in. They're trying to slow that down. PPD down a half health. Force stuff back into safety, but they're not quite fast enough. Quite strong enough to secure their racks. Right. There's a certain risk attached to that, but he thought, that's certainly a worthwhile risk. Being able to take one of these big objectives off the map, knowing that there's not going to be a black hole. There is, if there was a buyback. Then.
Regeneration.
Now not only is mid going to push in itself, the shrines are also open up, and one of them already taken down, in fact. One ahead of Roche. 1 more minute until the big guy will come back. Time NRP gonna try to maintain as much map control as they can. Have a lot of ward vision around this Roche area. What do we do? Actually place observer ward. And is it good? Ooh, look at that. Aghanim Scepter on the Shadow Shaman, so... Where's that? The chart. Increases attack range. Plus 1 max HP from level 20, so these wards are actually going to be super nice to deal with. It's going to come down to... it's a bit of a win condition. You can just bang your head against the wall, drop the wards, let them do their work on the tower while you just engage the rest of single comp. Final Tribe, they need to be a bit more proactive. They need to be the ones here. They need to be the ones looking for and fight these. I'm not about to give them too many of them. Figure out what they need to do to stay safe. In some way to try and... It's very, very hard. Maybe around that Roche. They know it's back up now. NIP might have an inkling as well. Fata will confirm it. Both teams know what's going on. Probably try and grab another creep. There's no other creep though, so this will be free 200 gold. Now for Fata. Full 5-man smoke. That is a play that should be in everyone's playbook, right? This is nothing new, but it might still catch NIP off guard. They're sitting on the high ground, so it's good for them. They smoke up themselves, but oh, they might not be looking here. Blinks back and forth. They didn't actually find the lasso here, but Frost, good position for the Wookiees command. He gets it off. BKB's left, right, center. Hanskin looking perhaps for a black hole, and he gets it off onto, including the Phantom Lancer. And now Frost clicking away. Goodbye, Ace. Goodbye, PBD. Goodbye, Fata. Now they even found the hacks on the Shadow Shaman. Follow-up control. Jesse's there with a big old punches and big old finger of death. That was a bit more awkward than I anticipated initially. It looked like NIP at least it dodged his initial blink lasso initiation and were able to do the delta split. Then they weren't quite ready. In that choke point, BKB's come out, all of the ultimates. PPD was also caught in the front lines here. That's the exact opposite of what you want to be. Like, if these fights are gonna work, I touched on that before, like they're gonna need that Winter Explorers, they're gonna need PPD to be able to counter-initiate. Look at that. The good old Bounty Hunter split push actually doing a bit of work here on this bottom tower with the help of the siege creep and like what, 6 range creeps or something? Roshan will be in favor of Final Trap. They didn't use any... no buybacks on either side. Many buybacks actually still available. Both sides. The APB is still on cooldown a little bit earlier. Not much else to do. I mean, Roche took quite a while. Now they have the tree. A bunch of Eidolons. They do have a decent amount of tower damage. Lift will delay it somewhat, and in the seconds a little PPD rejoins. It's a little bit too dangerous for a Final Trap to just dash their head against the wall right there.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
But hey, they did what I was asking of them, but now NIP might be able to find something here. Winner's Curse on the Monkey King, but only lying on a couple of islands clicking this. Down about half health, but now maybe they can take a fight. Wukong's command, Ace in the middle of that. No black hole available, but I don't know, my game's lagging here. Ace off to the side. Jesse was able to push him away. What Fata buyback from Lion. Also Big Wing's command with Frost. That one just ended. Looked like he might be able to not survive here. Aegis is down, Hardskin next on the list. Ace just going from one to the next. The Shackles are doing work on Chassis. Just goes to show how volatile this game is. Ace gets to do his thing and he just wrecks through everybody. Era. Oh no, it's going to be a dieback here. 33 finds him with the track on the side. The stuns back and forth, but so many blinks, so many Phantom Rushes. That's a dieback for Lion, which is slightly problematic. So much hinges on this black hole. If they had that control for Ace, Frost would have been able to click him to death, but as it stands, Ace was able to stay away. Out of that Wukong's command. Now they're the ones looking for seconds instead of racks. Black hole is still available. There's another buyback too. 1 second till Wukong's command. Chasey goes in. Has to do with PPD. Shackles from the low ground, but no real follow-up. Forcing out these buybacks. Good enough. Now, they know that they need to do the same to blink. No lasso though, so instant Hex comes out. No Ace walking away. Backyard. There's a bit of help from Frost. Black hole. This time it catches Ace. As everyone's come out to follow. They need to bring down this PL. The lasso just for safety.
Go for me.
And they did it indeed. This is really all this game is. Ace gets black holed. It doesn't get cancelled. Final Tribe win the fight. He doesn't. NIP win the fight. That's what this game is going to come down to in the future as well. We're in that late game situation, 46, 47 minutes in.
Dire's bottom shrine is under
Now
attack.
Final Tribe, it's their turn to push across the map, force out a few buybacks. Maybe NIP give up the mid-racks considering that they got
Dire's
them on the other
bottom
side is
shrine
already.
has fallen.
It'll be a big priority for them to save it.
Dire's
And
middle
actually,
barracks are
oh,
under
there's a
attack.
single range creep. That'll do the trick. So they're gonna give this up to try and hold on to the buybacks. Tribe
Dire's
could
middle
potentially
barracks
go for
has
top.
fallen. Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
NIP can hold on to these buybacks and they're gonna be at an advantage going forward.
Tower is under attack.
Look at the status here.
Dire's
Frost still holding on to his, but no one else is able.
Dire's top barracks
And
are under
that
attack.
advantage is so important that they're even gonna give up 2 sets of racks. At least 2 melee racks.
Dire's top barracks are under
Okay,
attack.
Eidolons plus the catapult, they're actually gonna be more than enough. Deal with range creep,
Dire's top
range racks by
barracks
themselves.
has fallen.
Okay. Ooh,
Dire's bottom tower is
no
under
Roche for
attack.
quite a while. They used to.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
This can still go either way. Look at this gold graph. The entire game. I mean, it was briefly spiking up towards NIP. And then just spiked right back towards the 0 line. So it's crazy. This can still go either way, no matter what Dota Plus is. 70%, 30%. Yeah, sure. Might be. Not sure if it accounts for the buybacks. Because Final Try basically need to win 2 fights. So. If they win 2 fights, they can win the game. They're almost basically if they're after one another. NIP, all they need to do is win 1 fight. They win 1 fight with Ace being alive.
Under attack.
Basically, only need to kill off Frostbite. He has the buyback. Else has cooldown.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack.
He can still very much win this game. Tribe
Radiant's
notice, which is
bottom
why they're sitting up on the high
shrine
ground.
has fallen.
Hanskin, bring it back. Shadow Blade. Maybe of course
Radiant
on disc
top
too,
down.
which I really like. Anybody, and he's on the way back out. Jesse just shot. There was more vision. He blinks on.
Are scanning.
Free hero. Oh wow! The storm actually catches people. What? The hell? I don't think I've ever seen this one. Okay, he jumps into this, but Blink Lasso comes through to keep him in place. Takes a little bit more, takes a little bit longer, but hey, important kill. He still has buyback. Again, everyone has it. Only 1 step in the right direction. I don't think I've ever seen a Helm Creep gang solo like that, basically. So far away from the rest of them. But hey, whatever works, right?
Dire's
See more
bottom
items that
tower
we missed.
is under
MKD, of
attack.
course, Butterfly. Frost is complete. See with the crits. All of them is ruined here because it's still available. Like what? 7 seconds now?
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
There he got the self to blink, so the GPM talent. Now, Tribe. Actually, Mega Creeps here again, just trying to force out buybacks. They know that without Winter Wyvern, NFP is gonna have a hard time fighting. Because they're gonna. It's actually impossible to cancel back all at the Sun Blink. Lasso catching one here to the Wookiee's command. That's a big one. Hanskin needs to stay away from the Wyvern. They need to get rid of PPD before it can black hole. Which is why they're gonna get the hell out of here. 2 buybacks is used. Okay, he actually jumps down up the high ground.
Dire's bottom
He down the hunt.
barracks are under attack.
Frost. BKB hexed up. Jesse needs to buy himself some space, but Ace is in the middle of that, and he is strong enough. Frost the one with buyback, so this is still fine if the rest of them can get away, but there's Atos's. More BKBs come through from Hanskin.
Dire's bottom
Two for
barracks
double split
are under
BKB
attack.
TP. Nothing to cancel it. The Avalanche will slow him down further. Jesse for TP himself. They see him though, but they cannot cancel it. And miraculously, they all get out. IP. Again, don't get me wrong. Killing off Frost is important. But given the fact that he was the only one who still has buyback, it's not the end of the world. Even if NRP can push across fast enough, force out that buyback, that would be a different story altogether. Not sure if they will be able to do that. Even Rex to pressure in mid. 45 more seconds. I think they can probably hold on to that. So in the grand scheme of things, this was one fight for Final Tribe. Again, it's all about these buyback. They forced out two, and especially this one, PPD, having to buy back with, I think, just a few seconds remaining. Either way, him buying back gives Final Tribe a new win condition. All they need to do now is kill him off a single time again. Then they need to find a black hole on Ace. Kill off Ace. I guess they're gonna have to kill him twice, so maybe it's a little bit more complicated than that, but it's certainly doable. The other thing is, what? Oh, just a random gem sitting here. A single Radiant creep. Clicking away at the melee barracks, it's done 850 health points. Could get mega creeps like this would be hilarious indeed. Powerful enough? I mean, backdoor should be... Oh yeah. Ah, it's just...
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
That would have been amazing if it was just a little bit faster. Backdoor's not there, he gets he gets the drags. But it was not to be. In the meantime, Roche is back up, and it'll be, I think they scouted this. Have a lot of vision. Final Tribe, and let's have a put it up. Yeah, there's a big creeper. If they're gonna get mega creeps here, unless NIP able to defend. See, he's just going for it. He wants it. This time though, backdoor creeps are close enough, so well, he might give his life for it, but no. If Frost has anything to say about it, drops in the Wukong's command, and now. Again, it's gonna be down to the Winter Wyvern to decide, alright, enough is enough. We didn't find the angle, we didn't find the Winter Wyvern, so we can't control. Means we get the hell out, sacrifice chassis. Everyone has buyback available again. This was a calculated move, and it actually buys back right now. Because of Roche? So NP bound to just go for that. I mean, up against Mega Creeps, they don't really have the best way to dealing with those. So they kind of have to go for Hail Mary play here now. They're forcing NIP's hand. May or may not work out. There's not going to be two chassis, but there's going to be two of everyone else apart from Frost. What the hell? He bought something. What the hell did he buy? I don't know, but there's the BKB. There's the lasso over on the Shadow Shaman. So no wards for this one. Vata running out, Ace needs to get out of the Lucas man with the double ganger. He will be able to do this. Chassis isolates Bounty off to the side, but that doesn't really matter all that much. Hanskin can still think about the black hole, but PPD off to the side when the Winter Scourge ready to go. So very patient, holding on to it. Ace, okay, somehow he didn't toss the real one. Back out of there. I don't know what Frost spent the money on, but Owen's still alive. Ace in the middle of all of this. PPD, well off to the side, and Hans. Oh no, that was Zibber going down. Buyback. Meanwhile, the Mega Creeps is starting to pour into the dire side. Frost, oh, Frost? Hello? What? Frost just dies, there's a black hole a little bit late, gets cancelled immediately. Didn't even have the BKB available for it. What are you doing, Final Tribe? Winter Scourge comes through now, locking down Batrider. Oh no, Zibba is dead again. Triple kill for Ace. Don't tell me he's gonna throw this game like this. Jesse needs to get back home, needs to recharge. Do have Fata back there defending. Not sure if we can actually hold against Mega Creeps, but oh my god, NIP. Frost just takes an hand fight up against Ace, no help available, and he dies. So now it's gonna be down to them to try and slow this down as much as they possibly can. But oh, what? Okay, that was just 33. that was Ace, it would have been different, but he's actually taking quite a bit of damage from the Midnight Pulse at this stage. He's gonna heal up on the heart though, any moment. Back there, another avalanche. Couple right clicks here, no PPD. And Ace alone, left in front line, is gonna get some help as 3-3 returns. No way to kill him here, but they have a way of stopping him from immediately killing off these CFOs. This game will still go on. Did you get him here? Oh my god, the Avatar's combo, it's enough! Price back immediately now. Arrow with the Hex over on Bound Chanter, but he's keeping back. They can't get rid of the creeps! I think it was a Glyph involved, was there? Indeed there was. Cannot get rid of that TP. Hanski in the middle of that. No BKB, no Black Hole for 70 seconds. Finish up Shaman again, but Ace, he's just clicking. The wards are in. There's 2 sets of wards. The Ancient is dying, and there's no one that can threaten the one on the other side. It is NIB who are taking the game in the silliest way possible. Even with Frost coming back was nothing. It was not enough. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it.